Well, hey there, American Farmsteaders. This is Jenny with the Gramstead Family Farm.
And Donna with Hazel Bell Farm.
And we are coming to y'all from Northeast Florida as two American farmsteaders doing our best to grow our own food and share our homesteading experiences with you in hopes that you'll grow a little food of your own.
Yep, this week we are talking with our friend Tim from Eat Your Yard Jacks. Hey, Tim.
Hi, how are you guys? Thanks so much for inviting me to the podcast.
Yeah. Thanks for coming. Tim has a super cool farm. I used to call it a nursery, but I feel like you're more than a nursery these days up there in North Jacks. Tell us a little bit about your farm and what you guys do at Eat Your Yard Jacks.
So at Eat Your Yard Jacks, we bill ourselves as an edible plant nursery and education facility because not only do we sell plants, like you said, but we also try to encourage people and teach people how to grow plants and what to do with them. So we're always trying to network with other people in the area. So this project actually started about 15 years ago with my three little boys when they were like maybe 10, 12, and 14. We started it as a family farm. We grew plants out here and brought it to the Beaches Farmers Market. And for 10 years, the kids grew up at the farmers market, helping me unload the trucks and load the trucks and bringing plants out to people's cars. And that was kind of the business. And then when I sent the last one to college, we said, I did some self-reflecting. I'm like, why am I doing this? So
yeah,
because the boys weren't there, but we had started hiring a lot of individuals from North Florida School of Special Education, where I helped create very good farms. And I wanted to have a place where those individuals and others like them could continue to have good employment, because that special needs population is certainly a marginalized population as far as being able to have work opportunities. And then we had started sharing the farm with lots of groups like yourselves and garden club groups and homeschool groups and public school groups and special needs school groups. And I wanted to continue that. And so that's about 3 years ago, we decided to turn farm into a nonprofit with that mission in mind.
awesome. That's cool.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about your place is that, so we don't have like an extensive permaculture background, like you do, and like a lot of our friends do in the niche. But my favorite thing is that when we first went to your farm, I didn't know what I was looking at until we got in there and you started telling us. And
Right.
like, wow, there's so much stuff in here that you can eat or use medicinally or whatever it might be. And you just wouldn't know it just by looking, but until you really get to tour the place. So that's my favorite part.
Yeah, it was really eye-opening getting to follow you around for, the 30 minutes that we did. And, it's like you follow around and, you start down at the ground and, oh, we have this growing here. And right behind it, we have this and it complements that. And then up above, we have this up here. And I just love that. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, I tell people all the time, go talk to Tim. He's got so much knowledge.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
And we try to share it with the community. Thursdays are our volunteer day at the farm. We're open to the public every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but we allow volunteers to come in on Thursdays and we share some experience and we share lunch with them. And so this Thursday was lentils and rice with loofah gourd. So the loofah, when it's a lot of varieties, when they're young, are very palatable, as you may know. And so we cook them like a zucchini. So we had lentils and rice with all this zucchini looking material in there. And that was kind of fun. And then we always pick some herbs out of the garden. It's not always the same thing. We had the last of our Charleston watermelons in the refrigerator. And so I shared that with all the friends and staff that was out here for lunch today. And so that's always fun.
Cool. We'll have to make a trip on a Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to plan that out. Come see you.
Yeah, come. Yeah, give me a little heads up. We'll do something special like spinach empanadas or something. That's one of my
that sounds
favorites.
good.
Yeah, and there's always something to make spinach empanadas around here with. So 12 months a year, there's never a dull month for spinach. During the summer, we're growing the Brazilian and the Okinawan and the longevity and the the South Sea Island and Chaya the tree spinach and all those. And then during the winter, you get to actually have real spinach and
Right.
Right.
collard greens and mustard greens. At my house, any green that was on the table was spinach. The guys are like, "Oh yeah, we're having spinach again tonight," So they don't know the difference.
I've joked before when my boys were very young and I first started to garden, that was what we told them all the time. They wanted to know, did we grow this? Did this come out of our garden? And I just had the tiniest little garden, and we'd fib a little because if they thought Mama grew it, they were all about eating it. So, oh
Yeah,
yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I had a school group this past week, and the teacher was just amazed that all the students were just going on and on about yard soup because they had opted for the yard soup option, as an add-on for the tour. So as we walked around during the tour, we would gather things out of the yard, and then we had yard soup at the end. So um,
Cool.
they were just amazed that the kids were eating all these greens that we had picked out of the garden. They're like, "Wow, I can't believe old Johnny's eating that," and he would never do that at school. And I'm going like, "Well, he's got ownership of it. He picked it. It's part
That's
of
right. That's
Yeah,
right.
I bet that was a pretty cool experience for those kids, just getting to walk around and gather and to create and actually get to eat it, because that's so foreign to so many kids these days, actually growing food and preparing it and eating it. So that's a great thing that you're doing out there with the field trips and all, getting those kids
it's a big part
engaged.
of that educational experience, and we're expanding that educational experience. We brought in the mulefoot pigs, which is an endangered
Mhm.
breed of pig, and
Yeah.
we're talking about how the heritage of the Plymouth Rock chickens, back to the colonist days, and so you're tying it in with history and geography, and there's so many things that can be taught through the agriculture world.
Yes, I agree. 100%.
Oh, I was thinking that you guys are starting to think about the Farmsteaders Conference again for this upcoming year.
We are.
We
That
are.
was such a fun
It's
event.
we
Yeah.
can never turn it off.
I was so glad to get you guys invited us out, and that's always a fun event to do with y'all. And then
Yeah.
we have the Shrub Fest coming up in a couple weeks, right?
That's
Yes, we
right.
do. So we have Scrub Fest
Yeah.
coming, and then we have your Persimmon
Persimmon
Fest
Festival.
after that.
The Persimmon Fest is coming, and it's going to be an amazing event this year. I'm super glad that you guys are coming up, and I hope you
Oh,
get to
yeah.
do a podcast on that. So we've got Chef Mimi as our chef this year. Every year we invite like a celebrity chef, and she is a Michelin trained chef, and she's a personal chef and a pop-up chef here in the area. I think her website is tastecurator.com, and so check out her. John Cohen with Growing Your Greens is going to be here this year, and I'm super excited about that. He's got an amazing following. He's out of the
Yeah.
Las Vegas area, and he
Yeah.
has a little farm in Puerto Rico now. And he's befriended my friend Stephanie, who was up last year with the Caribbean Agroforestry Institute. Well, she wants to come up again this year. And
Cool.
so John has a farm down the street from her in Puerto Rico and goes down there occasionally now and works on his tropical stuff. And then I've got a speaker coming out of the high desert of Oregon that's going to teach on Korean natural farming and then he'll do a 2-day workshop prior to the event. So I'm super excited about that. Jen Anderson is going to be doing music, and Andrew is going to be doing music. Spring River will do the kids booth again this year, and they did such an amazing job last year.
Hmm.
I love to see the kids just having so much fun over there at the kids booth, and
Yeah.
then we've got Bakehouse 1748 is going to do one of the tastings, and Fishweir Brewery is going to, and then he'll do a 2-day workshop prior to the event. So I'm super excited about that. Jen Anderson is going to be doing music, and Andrew is going to be doing music. Spring River will do the kids booth again this year, and they did such an amazing job last year.
Hmm.
I love to see the kids just having so much fun over there at the kids booth, and
Yeah.
then we've got Bakehouse 1748 is going to do one of the tastings, and Fishweir Brewery is going to do another little brew for us, and Macanudo Chocolate's going to do a little sample at the tasting booth. We'll have lots of persimmons for sale, and so that'll be lots of fun.
Yum. That
Nice.
sounds awesome.
Mhm.
That sounds
So
really
that's the
good.
first Sunday in November. So this year it'll be November 2nd. That's coming up real quick. And then I'm not sure when there's, but this weekend I'm actually speaking at the 10th annual Pawpaw Festival in Western Maryland. I'd love to see you up there. That's Michael Judd's Long Creek Homestead Pawpaw Festival. And
Okay.
I helped him with those festival just a little bit, you know, showing up and doing whatever I could do. And that was one of my inspirations, along with Linda Cunningham's Herbal Festival, for me to do my little festival here at the farm. So I'm happy to be speaking there. And then I've got another farm in Pennsylvania that I'll get to go visit, one of the Camp Hill community farms. I guess there's 100 around the world, and I'm going to go visit the one in, let's see, in Kimberton, Pennsylvania.
Wow. You
That's
got
crazy. You got a lot going on.
yeah, a
Looking
lot on
forward to
your
that.
plate there.
Always, always.
It's fun to
And
learn from
then
all of these different festivals. So it's fun to take little nuggets of info to bring back to your own farm. And
Yeah.
we learned so much from your friend Stephanie last year,
Yeah.
who grows in Puerto Rico. And, you know, we don't have the same growing conditions that she has for most of the year. But I was so happy to take what I learned, and we didn't even get to sit through her whole
Mm-mm.
her whole speech.
Mm-mm.
But I learned so much that I've
In the
been
few
able.
minutes that we were in there.
Yeah, yeah. And so yeah, I think it's cool that you can go around to all these other places and bring back to your own farm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she has promised to do a couple of classes a year here, and I love teaching at her farm in Puerto Rico. If you ever get a chance, go see her place down there. She has an amazing farm. Yeah, and I glean things from her all the time. It's like when one time we were in the garden and she reached down to pick something for us, you know, a little tomato or something out of the garden. And she says, "Oh, I've never been down and just get a tomato. I always get a couple weeds while I'm down there, you know." And so, you
Yeah.
know, instead of like spending time weeding the thing, every time she, you know, has that movement, you know. And I think about that all the time. I'm thinking, oh yeah, you know, I'm down here planting this thing. I think I'll pull a few weeds while I'm right here, you
Might as
know.
well.
Might as well consolidate that.
Yep.
So that's a lot of fun. So October 5th and 6th, I'll be doing a series of talks at the Home and Patio Show.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
And if you sign up for our e-newsletter or if you send us a message, they've given us some tickets to give away. So if you want some free tickets to the Home and Patio Show, they've
Oh,
given me
cool.
a little packet of tickets as part of my speaking engagement gig. Um, and then I guess that following weekend, the 11th, we'll be at the Shrub Fest.
Scrub Fest.
And
Uh-huh.
then, yeah. So
And then Persimmon Fest is Sunday,
the
November
8th?
2nd.
2nd.
Close.
Second this year. So that's gonna, I mean, once October gets here, I mean, the Persimmon
It's
Fest is
busy.
just gonna be
Mhm.
right there, man. Yeah,
So are tickets on sale yet for Persimmon Fest?
they are. They
They
are
are.
on
Okay, so
sale,
we will link
and
that in the show notes here.
Yeah.
good, good.
Yeah.
And sponsor packets are available too. So if any corporations or any entities are interested in being a sponsor at the Persimmon Fest, we'd love to get more community involvement that way as well this year. I've
Mhm.
been so busy doing other things and growing plants and selling plants and all. It's hard to find time to do all that. But
Yeah, it
each
is.
year we're blessed with some sponsors that do support our organization. That certainly helps us keep going.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Very cool.
So with all this going on, like, do you have any time to like do a fall or a winter garden this year or what?
Well, you're exactly right. It does make it very difficult for me to do a lot of things I love, like going out shrimping and you know, doing
Right.
other things that I love to do. But yes, we have a little demonstration garden here at the farm. A lot of times that's where my volunteers end up blessing us with their time, as you know, helping out in my little demonstration garden and then picking things so that I could share with them.
Nice.
And then we have I think the last time you guys were out, we had started our medicine garden, but we've expanded the medicine garden this year, and it is
Ooh.
looking amazing. We have coordinated with Dr. Melissa Smith, who is a trained Chinese traditional medicine practitioner and acupuncturist. She has her little apothecary here at the farm now, and she's going to be doing some classes and some practitioner here at the farm, I believe, and I'm super excited about that. Um,
Awesome.
Elsie with Goldwater Academy is doing a dye class in November, and I'm super excited about having her do a class here at the farm, and that's an amazing class. You were saying learning things from Stephanie. She's going to be doing a class the week prior to the Persimmon Fest event. She'll do her Grow Cook Eat class, and so that'll be on a Wednesday evening from 6 to 8. We'll learn all about some techniques that she uses to optimize her garden, and then we'll go out in my garden and pick some things, and we'll share a real nice dinner. And so that'll be a fun class that's coming up too. So
How
we've got some
fun.
really good ones coming up. Yeah,
The farm to table dinners are so popular, but how cool to actually be able to go out after you've learned and pick the things that you just learned about and then prepare the meal. That's awesome.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So really
What a
looking
great
forward to
idea.
all that.
What else do you have going on now? Because when we were there, you didn't have pigs yet. So the Mulefoot pigs are new
No,
for you.
the Millfoot pigs are new. For a year or two. We have had Miss Gordita out there. She was a rescue pig that one of our customers needed to like find a home for, and she's been like a cornerstone fun thing at the farm. But we have Khaki Campbell ducks. So out in the animal husbandry area, that big red barn.
Mhm.
That's going to be a teaching area, and so we'll be doing some classes out there. It's a nice big open area. We can set about 30 to 50 people out there. But we divided we're on one side of the barn, we have rabbits and chickens. And
Uh-huh.
then on the other side of the barn, we have our vermiculture operation, worms and ducks on the other side. And so that's kind of what we're doing out there. We're working on some new roads and maybe fencing some of the pasture to the south of us. The farm is 46 acres, so we're only using about 3 for the nursery compound.
Hmm.
So we're looking to be able to do some grazing with the pigs on the other side of the property. This
Cool.
medicine garden is one of our big up and coming things. I'm really putting some effort in that. And then the little parallel road where you walk from the parking area up front to the compound here, it's we've planted the 40 giant timber bamboos in there, and so we've got Bam Boulevards started, and so that's looking pretty amazing.
Fan
And
Boulevard is
I can't
hilarious.
yeah, I can't wait till that gets. And we've got we got a wonderful artist that's been sharing her love with the farm and doing some signs for different things. And so, what those big high walls in the barn area, we're really looking to uh, invoke some thought and some ideas with people with some of the signage that we're putting out there. We're doing a big diorama with history of agriculture in Florida as we know it, starting with pre-Columbian and then going to pioneer days and then they're right on through. Um, so we're working on that.
That's cool.
That's one of our projects. And then every year we do some improvements to the farm. This year is a parking lot expansion. So that's what we're doing with a little bit of our sponsorship money for the event this year is parking. So
All right. Got to have a lot of places to put those people coming to visit.
yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah.
Wow.
So your
So
medicinal garden, I'm super interested in that. I love to make tinctures and stuff like that. I actually have 4 new ones sitting on my counter that I just put together yesterday. So, the
oh,
medicinal
fun. What
garden,
did you
like,
do
is
yesterday?
everything like in ground, or like, do you have like transplants and starts that you're selling out of the medicinal garden, or?
We we save seeds from the medicinal garden and sometimes do like rootlets out of the medicinal garden for our stock. You're right about that, but we do have the plants in the ground, and they are, a pharmacy.
Yeah.
So that is our our little medicine garden. So we've got mullein and wormwood and um, vetiver and vitex, and I mean the list
Ooh.
goes on. I think there's like 50 different medicine plants out there right now, just in that little circle. And we have a little meditation bench out there in the center of it, and so that's kind of cool. And
Nice.
we're going to be releasing our grafted pawpaws in November. So
Cool.
at the Persimmon Fest, there will be a limited number of grafted mango variety pawpaws available, and so
Okay.
that'll be on a first come first served basis. But
And they'll
we
probably
had
go
a
quick.
really good year.
Yeah.
We had a really good year with grafting those this year, and so we're looking forward this winter to increasing that production and being able to offer more regionally appropriated pawpaws. Um, through Michael Judd with the Pawpaw Festival in Western Maryland, I have gotten an introduction with Neil Peterson, who is kind of one of the premier worldwide pawpaw experts. He was a college professor most of his life. He in ag world and kind of devoted a good portion of his career to pawpaw research and development, and holds about 6 patents on pawpaw varieties. He named his after the Northeast rivers, so he's got like Shenandoah and Rappahannock, and all those are Neil Peterson patented variety pawpaws. And so I have been doing a little bit of work with him. He's been sending me some scion wood, and I've been grafting some pawpaws that he's doing some research and testing on that's not patented yet. And so super excited about that. He's real interested in our little native Obovata pawpaws and doing some cross pollinating with them and some of the northern pawpaws. And so all that's pretty exciting and keeps me entertained.
Interesting. That's cool. Sounds sciency.
Right.
Yeah, I like to nerd out on a little bit of that, you know.
Sure.
I
Sure.
actually ran when my wife and I first met 25 years ago or so. I actually ran a research group that did offshore research on artificial reefs. So I was growing things underwater for fish. When we
Okay.
met, we're both big scuba divers, and I ran a reef research team, and we met at JU and uh, operated for quite a number of years. We did the pre-deployment and post-deployment surveys on artificial reefs that were put offshore Jacksonville. Did a lot of mapping and produced a book and did some scientific work like that. So, and when I was in industry years ago, I had a lab in the factory where I worked and stuff, and so that lab techie stuff kind of appeals to me. That actually is one of the areas where we're hoping to expand the farm this upcoming year. It kind of segues into that. You know, you're saying what new lately. I
Yeah.
one of the things that we're looking forward this winter, once the Pawpaw Fest has passed us and stuff, is to replace the fish greenhouse with a real modern greenhouse. So that when I bought that 15 or 20 years ago, it was really just a hoop house. I mean, we kind of converted it into a greenhouse, but really, I mean, it was really just a hoop house. And so we're going to get a real legit greenhouse. And one of the things that we're going to do besides what we already do, aquaponics and plant production in there, we're going to devote 1/4 of the greenhouse for a lab where we can do more soil analysis. So customers will be able to take their soil in here, and you won't have to like send it off somewhere or wait. You can actually we can put it under the microscope and show you whether it's living soil or whether it's dead as a doornail, and do a pH on it, and then have the things that you need to help bring that soil back to whatever it needs, whatever life. So we'll have the amendments in there as well. And so we're
I
really
love that.
looking to we're really looking and I have an older gentleman in the Orlando area that I'm kind of modeling some of my activities after him. He's done some amazing work on citrus. I know, everybody's like, oh, citrus not worth growing because it'll just get citrus greening, and
Mm.
um, but he has been able to homeopathically like bring trees out of the citrus greening, and so I think there's some holistic ways that we can handle a lot of the problems that we're faced with today that we're just not opening our eyes to. And so I want to be able
Wow.
to be the person that can help lead that charge.
Somebody's got to do it,
Yeah.
Nice.
right?
It sounds like you need to sit and talk with our friend Mark Bailey. Did you ever meet Mark at the American Farmstead Convention?
I don't think so.
He was one of our
I may have.
speakers. And actually, Mark will probably be at Scrub Fest.
Hmm.
He talks
Okay.
at Scrub Fest a lot. And even if he's not a speaker, he usually has a tent set up. And man, that is one smart dude.
He's got a
And
lot of knowledge.
he spoke with us at
Yeah.
length about the whole citrus screening, and he's involved with all these experiments, I think with the University of Florida right
Mhm.
now on different
Good.
environments and different varieties to grow citrus in to help combat the citrus screening. And so super interesting guy,
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
knowledgeable.
You would hit it off.
Yeah.
You'll
Well,
have
that
to
sounds
seek him
good. I'll have
out.
to look for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he works with the extension office of Marion County,
Hmm.
Okay.
down in the Ocala area. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
Well,
know that citrus could come back from greening. But it sounds like that's what you just said, that this man has worked on.
that's what this gentleman has said, and I'm gonna follow some of his protocols on some of my trees. I don't think I have any greening here. I've actually been very fortunate that our citrus is done really well. But I want to find some trees in the area that have been deemed as greening and apply his protocols to it and see just see how it goes. When I go to some of these industrial, big citrus meetings, it was just almost appalling to me to listen to some of the things that they were suggesting, as proactive citrus screening protocols. I mean, it to me it just and no, I don't know, just disheartening to hear some of the things that that were being looked at, and some of the things that were being neglected and not looked at just seemed like just a little tilted to one direction.
I really think that's a testament to, big, I hate to sound like this, but big ag. And I really think that the future of feeding our communities is going to be local small
Small
farms
farms.
for that kind of reason that, they're looking outside of the box to fix problems and feed people.
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
You
I think
know, it
the local community is going to be the one to do it.
Mhm.
it's what makes a community resilient, definitely, if the grocery store shelves are empty, but you got a big box of perennial spinaches out there, and you're growing your little aquaculture operation, you're set,
That's
so
right.
well,
That's right. And that was the whole point of us doing the American Farmstead Convention, to bring people in from the local community and show people like, hey, look, you can grow your own food. You can raise your own protein, and it's not that hard, so it's building community to be more self-sufficient, community sufficient.
Uh, Definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is important,
definitely,
I agree. Hmm.
yeah. And it's so much healthier for people in
Yes.
general, getting out there and working with the plants, as I think you heard me say that we took some monies about a year and a half ago and sent a young therapist through University of Florida's horticulture therapy program, and she does some teaching here at the farm. And it's just amazing to the healing properties of plants. We have a big group coming in from the Wounded Warrior Project in a few weeks, and just being able to share the farm and nature and all. We've started a new butterfly house here at the farm. You'll get to see that.
Nice.
Cool.
I I've been looking at different things to help our pollinator population. And so we decided to do a little butterfly house here at the farm. And so we've got that up and go. Hopefully by the Persimmon Fest, it'll still be looking good and kids can get in there and play a little bit. Have a young man that needed to do his Eagle Scout project, and he befriended the farm and asked us what we needed, and we told him that we'd like to get the bee area up with an observation hive so that kids groups that come through could actually see what's going on in there,
Yeah.
and get a firsthand look. So he just finished that project off, and we're super excited about getting that up and going. So
That's cool.
yeah,
Tim, you got a lot going
You
on.
do. Oh
things
my
are
goodness.
cooking.
It's so funny to me that you want to come visit our farms because you've got it all.
Oh, yeah, but it's great to see other places, and I think the same thing about you guys, with your, you know, producing all your own meats and stuff like that, and just sharing that part of it with the family, and just love to see you know you guys' little area.
Well, I think,
Everybody's got something to share.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, everybody has something to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm. One of my recent volunteer persons that has been coming in on Thursdays is from the islands. It's two ladies from the islands, and they're just so cute. I think they must have been high school friends or something, or work friends early on or something. But they meet out here at the farm and they chit chat all day long. And they're both from the islands, and so they have that island flair about things and thinking and cooking and stuff. And she loves to cook callaloo, and I grow a lot of Jamaican callaloo. And she's not from Jamaica; she's actually from Trinidad, but still loves callaloo, and right from that area, cooks the most amazing callaloo. So I'm actually putting together a video for our YouTube channel with her picking and sharing the callaloo recipe with the world. And
Oh,
so that'll
good.
be coming out real soon. We do have a YouTube channel with about 30 videos on there. And so each episode is about one of our uh, favorite plants. There's a few cooking videos on there. There's a couple of my son, one making yard soup and one making collard wraps, I think. But anyway, most of them are about plants, like how to plant blueberries and how to trim your peach trees and that kind of thing. And so, and then you can keep up us with us through the normal social media channels like Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and that kind of thing. So yeah.
All right. Very
Nice.
good. Very good. Well, that is Tim at Eat Your Yard Jacks in a nutshell.
In all his glory. Well, we certainly appreciate you inviting us to be on your podcast here today, and I'm super excited about sharing this with our listeners as well. And
Definitely. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Like I said, you have so much to share. We're excited to see you at Persimmon Fest. And again, we'll link the ticket
Yep.
sale page in our show notes, and hopefully we'll see a bunch of our listeners there.
Yeah.
sounds good. Well, thanks
Yeah.
so
And so
much.
for any of our listeners, like if y'all are local and you have not been out to Eat Your Yard Jacks, it is a must see. Make it a point to go out there. What did you say happens on Thursdays out there? Thursdays is your
Well,
volunteer
Thursday,
day?
Friday, and Saturday, we're open to the public for sales. So you can come
Okay.
out and tour the farm, but Thursday is our volunteer day that we allow volunteers to come in and work on the farm. And most of them come in the morning, work the morning, share lunch with us, and leave. Some of them stay all day.
Uh-huh.
Occasionally, we'll let volunteers come in on other days as well, but Thursday's our preferred day.
Well, I have a feeling that that is a fantastic learning opportunity for, beginners and experienced people alike. So
Hmm.
that's a must do.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get on the
Well, it sounds
schedule.
good. And if anybody, yeah. And if anybody can make it up to Maryland this weekend for the Pawpaw Festival, it's going to be amazing. And if you can't, we do sell Michael Judd's book on pawpaws here in the
Okay.
store at the farm.
Okay.
You can pick up one of those. He also has a great book on edible landscaping, and we carry that copy as well. We'll have some
Wow.
merchandise available at the Persimmon Fest, and we've kind of spruced up our little store here at the farm. So when you come and check out at the farm, you can see some some items that are made by some of local crafters and stuff in the farm as well. So yeah,
Nice.
and we'll keep you up the date on our little lab project. I'm super excited about that, and it is moving forward.
That's great.
Very good.
So, off the wall question, and you may or may not know the answer, but if you had to take a guess, how many edible plants do you have out at the farm?
Oh, wow.
Ooh, yeah, that's a good question.
He doesn't know.
I don't know. Yeah,
You'll have to
hundreds.
you'll have to mull it over and see if you can come up with a nice round number.
Yeah, I will. I'll do that. I'll mull it over, see if we can come up with a good round number.
Yeah, because
So
I would be
everything's edible.
interested to see what that number is.
I would assume several
Everything's
hundred.
edible once, right?
Do what?
Everything's edible once.
Right.
Somebody sent me a picture of something the other day, and and asked me if it was edible, and I'm like, well, I don't know. I guess if you eat it and it doesn't kill you, it's edible.
Can you imagine the people who came before us and had to figure that out?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a garden group come in recently, Jenny. You'll get a kick out of this. I had a garden group come in recently and toured the farm, and I gave them the little spiel at the beginning, and I said, "Oh, I went out in the garden and I picked and made you guys spinach empanadas," and so they're all eating these spinach empanadas, and they're going, "Wow, this is great!" And then I told them that they were eating my weeds out of my garden. I had made it with Biden's alba, which is an amazing
Perfect.
plant.
That's funny.
That is
Uh,
funny.
Anyway, well, we appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Thanks for coming on. We look forward to seeing you.
Yep.
I look forward to seeing you, and I guess I'll see you at Shrimp Fest next, before the Shrimp Fest, because you guys said you'd be there.
Yep.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Thanks a lot.
It's good
Tim.
talking to you,
Okay,
Tim.
good.